And then I don't think that there's anything else that we need to do as far as maintenance goes. So now we're on
They
round
get
2.
a new event card, don't they?
Yes, but that's a different phase technically. So now we're on round 2. Now we draw another event card. Imperial figures can use the same surge ability up to twice per attack. Okay.
And how they could do twice as much damage with the surge ability.
Depending, yeah. All right.
If they can do that.
Who wants to go first? Because we get to decide every round. Who wants to go first?
I should try and move forward.
Okay, you really want to go first?
All right. 1, 2. Then I can attempt to shoot at the Imperial officer.
You can.
All right.
Imperial officer has a white die for defense.
How do we decide which Imperials go first again?
It goes down the line.
It's the top.
Yeah. In this case,
it's always the Stormtroopers.
In the regular game, the Imperial player can decide who goes first, but in the AI variant, it goes in a specific order. It's basically the order that the enemies are listed on the mission setup. And in this case, that order is this. So it's Stormtroopers, then E-Web, then Probe Droid, then Imperial Officer.
Okay. Well, if the Probe Droid gets its turn while you guys are near each other, it might move over there and blow up. Just saying.
It's fine.
So
One joke can move.
yeah, one choke's gonna want to move away from you.
I'm gonna shoot this man.
Okay.
5 range.
That's plenty in range. You do 3 damage and 1 surge, but you don't get that surge because this guy gets an evade. So he also gets 1 block.
Damage.
So you get 2 damage. Also, keep in mind your special, Rill, now that you're out here.
After you resolve an attack, the target has suffered 1 or more damage. Alright, I'll move a space. Should I move back or should I move forward?
I would probably move forward so that you can start shooting other people. You cannot move there. So, yeah, I forgot to explain these. So, look at the tiles.
Yeah.
So, solid red line is an impassable barrier. You cannot move. It's basically a wall. If you look between Diala and the probe droid, it is a dashed red line. This means that you cannot move through here, but you can attack or draw a line of sight through here. There is also, and so you can see another dashed line over here. So you can't move through here, but you can draw line of sight through there. Diala, you can attack the probe droid from where you are. It is okay to do that.
The Stormtrooper has moved over that dashed line.
Yeah.
Which one?
That one.
This one? Where did he go?
He was here before at the start.
No, he was right here at the start.
No, he wasn't.
The Stormtroopers were right here in these 3 things at the start.
Oh.
Also, they're like anything. So I'm gonna keep this in mind. They're like anything else. So if Rill was right here and she wanted to move over here, she can do that because it is diagonal. It is okay to do that. There is another line. It's a blue line that is basically difficult terrain, and it just costs an extra movement point to move through.
Done.
All right. These Stormtroopers are gonna go.
Remember to do Opportunist.
Did.
No, you want to use... Yeah, Rill did.
I mean, Quick Draw.
Yeah.
Quick Draw.
Remember that you do have Quick Draw. It's 2 strain. If you can use it whenever you want when a bad guy is doing something, basically. But, so you would potentially have the ability to use this on, for instance, this Stormtrooper right here when he moves.
Or let's do that when he moves.
Or this E-Web engineer also when he moves.
No, we're doing it on Stormtrooper.
All right. Well, who's gonna move? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They all could move. Okay, this guy's gonna move.
That's the
So
one I'm shooting.
this is the one that you're shooting.
All right. So I spend 2 endurance,
Yep.
and then I just do a normal attack.
Yep. So this stormtrooper got 3 block.
4 and 3 damage.
So he blocks your
One
damage,
strain.
but you get a surge. So you
I
could
do 1 more damage.
do a damage. Okay, so this stormtrooper takes a damage. Just immediately. All he did was take a step and then he got damaged. Alright, but he is now going to continue doing what he's doing. So he's going to move over here. He's going to attack Craig. For a blue and a green. Are you going to roll your defense?
Yeah. Someone stole my die.
Alright, so he does have the range. He only needed 1 range. He does 3 damage. Minus 2 damage is 1 damage. And that is what he gets. He does not get to use a special because he is adjacent, but he's not going to reroll anything, I don't think. I guess he would reroll, but you know what? He's not going to. And he's going to move back. Next stormtrooper. This guy is going to move forward. He's also going to attack you. So he basically is not going to do any damage. He could reroll this, I guess. Maybe he'll reroll this one. Oof. So you take 1 damage. Because it's 3 damage versus minus 3 block, or 4 damage minus 3 block, so it's 1 damage. How much damage do you have? I haven't been keeping track of it. Okay. Alright, and then he's going to move back. And then this stormtrooper is going to move here. He's also going to attack you! Oh. He's going to reroll this one. So, 2 damage. 3 damage. Because he gets to use the same surge ability twice.
But minus 1 block.
Yeah.
50 damage.
So it's 2 damage. Oops. And then he is also going to move back. And then that is the stormtroopers done. Who wants to go next?
I'll move.
Okay.
I'll attack the E-web.
Let me tell you something, Lost Joke.
Hmm.
You can, up to twice during your turn, use 1 strain to move 1 space. So if you wanted to use that, because you're only moving 1 space, you could take 1 strain and move that 1 space, and then you can now attack twice.
Okay, I'll attack twice.
Okay.
You
I'm
didn't
still
even
attacking
need to
the
move to attack, though.
Yeah, he
Oh,
didn't
he
actually
didn't.
need to move.
No, I'm blocking the droid.
What do you mean you're
Dot-
blocking it?
The dotted line. Well, he could move diagonally, couldn't he? If I
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
He can
now
still
that I'm
move
here,
that way.
he can't move.
He could still move that way, he just has to spend extra movement points to do so.
Yeah,
Or he could
I'm
move through his
blocking
friend.
him.
Yeah.
I'm essentially cutting off the shortest path. If he wants to get to anyone else, he's gonna have to move.
Alright, but he also is a ranged figure, so he can shoot real from where he is. Or you.
I think we're trying to avoid him exploding on us.
Yes.
Well, let's figure out if he can get to a place that's adjacent to both of them.
He has a speed of 4, so it would be 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2.
I thought he couldn't move through me.
He can. I said that like 3 times now, that he has to spend an extra movement point to move through an enemy figure. So it's just
And
he
doesn't
can.
even need to move through you. He can just go diagonally past you.
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't move.
Okay.
And I'll just attack somebody.
You probably
Who
want to
can I
attack the
attack?
droid twice and see if you can kill him, but
yeah, how
that's
about
up to you.
try and kill the droid? The droid is the scary one.
Alright. Are we ready? Droid has 1 block versus 3 damage and a surge. So that's actually 2 damage and a surge. Do you want to use your surge for something? Oh, you have reach? I didn't even know you had reach. I'll explain that in a
I'll
second.
stun it.
Alright. By the way, for conditions, you do have to do at least 1 damage to apply the condition. So that's...
You did.
Yeah, I know, I'm just explaining. I am still explaining the game. So that's 2 damage and stun. So 2 damage and stun. And stunned means that he cannot attack or move. He has to use an action to discard that.
Since you're going before me, I'm probably going to die.
Oh, it did actually. There.
I have 1 hit point left, or 2, and the E-Web gets to attack twice.
True.
So that was 1 attack. I can still attack again.
You could attack the E-Web guy also. You do have the ability to do that. Let me explain real quick. That's fine. Who are you attacking?
But the only one else I can get, I guess, they're you.
All right, you gotta say it. I can't read your mind. 2
Where are your Jedi powers now?
versus 1 damage and 2 surge. So you could no, I don't think that you can do anything.
Could he have precision strike that
You
to
can.
remove its defense die?
Yes.
Then that would only still do 1 damage.
Actually, he could do 2 damage and a stun with that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of have to do that when you declare, because otherwise you're kind of deciding.
Yeah, it's too late to declare that. Everybody always keep in mind your specials because they are useful. You will use them. But no, in this case, unfortunately, nothing happens. Let me explain real quick. Reach. Lost joke, your specific weapon has the word reach on it. I didn't even realize that your weapon had reach. I would have explained it earlier. It means you can attack 2 spaces away instead of just 1. That's what it means.
Okay.
So instead of being right next to someone, you could be an extra space away and still be able to attack. All right. Is that your turn? I guess can't do anything else.
No, I can't do anything else.
Okay. Now it's the E-Web engineer's turn. So he is going to attack. I'm going to say he's going to attack Lost Joke. It doesn't matter if we lose this. What?
These rules just say nothing about what happens if 2 different targets are equally eligible.
In the AI mod, there is actually a priority target usually for a mission. There is no mission card for this because this is just a tutorial mission. So there's no priority target. In the AI mod, when we're playing a campaign mission, there is usually a priority target that will say closest hero or most wounded hero or this specific hero or last hero to attack or something like that. So in this case, I am deciding that the E-Web engineer is going to attack Lost Joke. And he's going to attack you twice. So, blue, red, yellow. Also keep in mind your special Lost Joke if you wanted to use that.
I know.
For your special, you don't actually have to declare it before you roll. You can just roll and then decide if you wanted to re-roll it. So you got a block and an evade, which means essentially this is taken out, and he does 4 damage, minus 1 is 3, plus a surge. He's going to do damage, so that's 4 damage on you.
And he attacked again.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yes, he is going to attack again. Oof. Do you want to...
I'm going to reroll that.
All right. Jesus.
Well.
It's fine. It's fine. This is a lot of fucking damage, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 7 damage.
6,
I think
7
he's dead.
damage.
He's dead.
So you're not actually dead.
Oh.
You are wounded now. So wounded. When you get wounded, you turn this over. You get your health up to this back, which might be less than what you had before. Generally, you are weakened from before. So, for instance, you don't have your precise strike ability anymore. You only have foresight, and your speed might be lower, etc.
So you can only use foresight once in a round.
No, you can use foresight as many times as you want. As many times as you have. I think you can only do it once per attack, but you can do it in a round as many times as you have strain.
We suggest that he do it again when he rolled a blank again.
That's the same
Because
attack, though.
That's what I was just asking. Can
You asked
use it
per
more than
round.
once?
A round is
Well,
different from an
whatever.
attack. Well, that you need to be specific, though. A round is not an attack. A round is a round, and an attack is an attack. You
Well,
cannot do
I
it
was
more than once
asking
per
in the
attack.
context of what just happened.
I can't read your mind. Okay? You gotta be specific. No, he could not have done it again. He can only use it once per attack. I believe.
I think it's implied that I can only do it once per attack. Because if I did that, I could just keep doing it.
Well, you keep doing it until you're...
because you have finite endurance.
We can look it up, but I don't think that it's worth looking up for the tutorial mission. Because it might be worth looking it up if it comes up in a campaign. But we're still just learning the game.
Yeah.
So that's the E-Web engineer. Done. Craig, you or me? I guess I'll go. I haven't gone in a while. I can move up to 4, which I will do.
No. Stop it.
What?
Stop going before me.
Well, say something then.
I'm gonna die. And
Okay.
everyone's like, I'll go next.
Okay, but you can say something. You're not muted. You can say it whenever you want.
I know. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Let's see. I need to get away after I attack.
That's
so
fine.
I have a speed of 4. Probably gonna wanna. Well, no, I'm not even wounded yet. I guess I'll attack the. Let's see. Should I attack the E-Whip twice?
You can. You have to take strain to move away. If you did that, but you can.
The droid's stunned. What does that mean?
It means
Can't
that
attack.
on its turn, it needs to spend an action to get rid of stun, which means it's only going to have 1 action on its next turn, which means it can't attack. It could attack, but it can't move. Or it could move, but not attack.
Oh. I'm gonna use a strain to move.
Okay. You do that whenever you want. You could still attack, you know. Fine. Your weapon doesn't have
And
reach
I'm
on it,
gonna
does it? No.
Attack the droid.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you real quick, because I don't think that it came up before. Your weapon. Look at your weapon.
Yeah.
You have, if you want to spend surges on Pierce 1, so obviously we already know what that was. Cleave 1 means that you can select another enemy in range and do 1 damage to them as well. But you have to at least do 1 damage and have a surge to the first enemy.
Yeah. I haven't even gotten
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting
any
you know.
surge yet.
Who are you attacking?
I'm attacking the droid.
Okay.
And I'm using up the focused.
All right, so yeah. Okay. All right, well, 3 damage plus 2 surge, so you could use both your surge abilities. So
I'll
you
do
could
that.
actually do 4 damage to the droid, and then also do a damage to the E-Web Engineer. The E-Web Engineer just straight up takes that damage. He doesn't get to do jack shit about it. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Alright, so this is gone.
Yep, focus is done. Just delete it.
And then I'll attack the droid again.
Okay. Two damage plus 2 surges.
Pierce and cleave. Again.
Okay. So that's 2 damage plus the cleave. So this guy takes another damage, and then this droid's dead. All right. Anything else you want to do? You only strain to move once, so you can do that one more time if you would like before your turn is
Yeah.
over. All right.
I'm done.
All right. Well, that would have been the probe droid's turn, but now instead it is the Imperial officer's turn. The Imperial officer is... I'm just trying to read this. He's not going to use order because everybody's in range of someone, so he is just going to try to attack someone. Technically, you and Losuk and Rill are in the same range, but he is just going to attack Rill probably, because she's like right there.
All right.
So, there we go. 2 damage.
Got 1 block.
And 1 surge. So you got 1 block, so that's 1 damage and 1 surge, which is going to be 2 damage to you.
All right.
He retreats towards friendly peoples, though.
Yeah, he might go over here then. Alright. That's his turn, because that's all he can do. He can move, and he can attack, and that's his turn. Alright, I get to go now! What's my special? Gains
Where's your
blast.
identification?
I might use blast if I can. I don't know if I can, though. So blast means that anybody adjacent to where I'm targeting gets damaged, but that includes friendlies. So if I could get a bead on the Stormtrooper, it would be good. But I'm not going to do that on the E-Web guy, because that would hurt Craig.
So, because the droid died, the officer went up, and that meant you had to go last out of everyone instead of going after the droid.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah, because turns always go Rebels and Imperials, Rebels, Imperials, Rebels, Imperials, so...
Right.
Unless there's no more. Like, for instance, if there were only 2 Imperials left, it would be Rebel, Imperial, Rebel, Imperial, Rebel, Rebel, because there's no more Imperials left, and they can only go once per round.
Alright.
Alright, I can move 4. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move right there. I'm going to attack this Stormtrooper And I'm going to use Havoc Shot to make my attack a blast. Will someone please roll a black die for the Stormtrooper? Alright, well. Range is fine. I get 2 surges. I can do a damage, but that doesn't really do anything. I don't think that I can use my blast, because I think I need to do a damage to do that, and I did not do a damage. Well, that sucks. I guess I'm just going to, I still have 1 more movement left, so I'm just going to move back 1. And that'll be my turn, I guess.
Or you could move in here.
Why would I ever do that?
Because
Because?
you're a hardened veteran.
I mean, I could move in there, but then if I use blast, I would hit myself.
But you're gonna start blasting.
Are we good? Are we done? I think that we're done.
Yes.
Alright. That's the end of the round. All the Imperials are going to ready themselves. Nothing else to do, so round ticks up. And then we do a new event card. Ooh, it's tier 2. Figures do not block line of sight for attacks by Imperial figures. Uh-oh. Okay. Well.
Oh, so they can just shoot through each other then.
Yep. For this round, so when we're doing the campaign, we actually choose we don't choose specifically the event cards, but we can choose to make it easier for, if you notice, this event card is a tier 2. The previous ones have been tier 1. There's also tier 3, all of which are in here. If we wanted to make it easier, we would basically just remove, the tier that we don't want, or use less cards. There's actually a difficulty modifier system in the manual for that, which we might take a look at. But anyway, we're all ready. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I want to try and shoot the E-Web guy.
Okay. You do have line of sight for that from where you are, so...
2 damage, 2 thingies.
So... You have the
3
accuracy. Do 3 damage. Unfortunately, this guy rolled 3 block, so...
Yeah. Well, I can attack him again.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Alright.
4 damage.
He rolled 3 block again, but that is a damage, so...
And that means I can opportunist him and move a space.
Yep.
He took 1 damage.
That's correct.
And I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
I think you should quick draw the E-Web engineer.
Actually, you might not want to back up roll, because you can still use quick
Alright.
draw.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you still have 2 strain left.
Forward then.
Yeah.
Piss off more people. And I guess I will quick draw on the E-Web guy when he goes.
Alright. Well, the Stormtroopers are going to go first. The closest 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody's close to this Stormtrooper. I'm going to say this guy is going to attack whoever went last, which is going to be real.
Okay.
So, blue and green. You got a block and evade. This guy does 3 damage. He has plenty of range, so he does 2 damage to you.
Alright.
He can't really move, but I guess he's just going to move back. He didn't move forward because he couldn't move forward. Alright. Next, Let's actually get this guy over. No, he went. This stormtrooper. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, he's not far from anybody.
Rill
He is
is
spoiled
2 away
choice.
from him.
Let's 2 away from him. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So actually, he is going to attack Rill. He is going to move 1 over here, and he's going to attack Rill. One block, 1 evade, versus 3 damage. So that's 3 damage, or 4 damage. So it's 3 damage.
This fight is proving that the team on the Mandalorian should have just charged out against those stormtroopers with the E-Web.
Probably. And then he's going to move back again. And that's him done. This stormtrooper, 1, 2, 3, is definitely going to attack Greg. He's going to go over here. He's going to attack Greg. So roll your black. 2 block versus 3 damage and a surge, so that's basically 4 damage. So that's 2 damage to you. Is that you? Alright. That does mean that you're back up to 14 health. And then he's going to move back. Turn these guys over again, because they're done. Stormtroopers, done. Alright. Who's next? Also, really, you didn't turn over your activation token.
Huh.
Also, I keep on forgetting to use the sound effects. I put sound effects in this. I meant to use them, but I didn't think the tutorial mission would last this long. Who wants to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Oh, no.
Greg, do you want to go?
If 1 choke is fine with it.
I mean, it won't change my plans all that much.
Uh,
You see those guys over there? I'm gonna hit them with a stick.
I can
You
go to
have
0
extended
endurance, right?
Yes. You cannot go past. You cannot willingly go past 0 endurance.
This is gonna strain to move here, then I'm gonna attack the E-Web.
Alright. UAB has 1 block
5
versus
damage.
5 damage. I think the E-Web guy is
Dead?
dead. Yeah.
Right?
And then,
And then for my second attack, I'll attack that stormtrooper.
alright, wait, did you get any surges on that? No, you didn't. Okay.
No.
Alright. One block versus 2 damage and 1 surge. Would
I
you like
can't
to
cleave.
You can cleave if you want.
Even though they're not adjacent to me, they're only adjacent to him.
You're right. You're right, you can't cleave. So 1 pierce. So you do
3 damage.
3 damage. Actually, no, I think you only do
Well, no,
2
just
damage.
2.
Yeah, 2 damage.
2, but nothing gets blocked.
And he's dead. Because he only had 2 HP. Alright.
Where's the Wookiee roar sound effect?
I know, I don't have one. I don't have a, like just a regular hitting thing. I only have, like, lightsaber noises. Which is unfortunate.
Oh, you hit the wrong button.
For a second, I thought this said frog generator.
Could be.
Frag grenade.
Alright. The, turn your thing over, Craig, if you're done. The Imperial officer.
I'm just gonna immediately
Just gonna
shoot
go.
him. Alright.
Yeah, because this is the start of his activation, so you get to do that. He does a white. 1 block, 1 evade versus 3, so
So he
it's
took
2
2.
damage. And yeah, he did. Nice. Good looking out. I'm glad that you guys are helping me with the sound effects. Thank you very much for that. continue, please. Alright, this guy's dead. Where's that mouse droid? Lost
Yeah.
joke. Do you want to go, or should I go?
I can attack these guys from a space away, so I just need to move one.
Yep.
Let's try to move once,
Okay.
and I'm gonna think I can attack both of them.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, you can. One at a time, but you know. Which one are you attacking?
The one directly in front of me.
All right. 2 block versus 1 damage and 2 surge. Which is no damage, unfortunately. Not enough damage. So nothing
Then I'll
happens.
attack the other
Can
one.
he stun?
No, you have to have done at least 1 damage to stun.
Yeah, I have to actually hurt him in order to actually apply status.
Yes.
Alright.
All right. 2 blocks. 2 damage and 2 surge you get. So you can use your surge to damage him and then apply stun if you would like.
No, I'm gonna do all damage because I think I can just kill him outright.
You can't do all damage. You can't spend it on the same one more than once.
No, I'm tagging the other one.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I have 2 surge, right?
Yes.
So I was just gonna increase what's this other one? +1.
Yes, you can only do that once per attack. So you can only apply. So you have 2 surge, which means you can do both stun and damage, but you cannot do damage twice or stun twice. You have to do different ones.
Okay,
I
I
wanna
want to stun damage him.
Double
Okay.
stun him.
This guy, and then also he is stunned. All right. Okay, don't go overboard on the sound effects. Nobody exploded. There are no lightsabers yet. Diala, her mini has a lightsaber, but she doesn't actually have one yet.
Sorry, I don't see the button for bonking on the head.
I wish that there was. I might try to find one for next week if we're going to continue playing this, which I hope we do. I hope this is okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Is that your turn? Nothing else you want to do?
No.
Okay. In that case, it's my turn. Because we're at that point where the Empire has nobody else to go, so it's just rebels all the way down. I am going to... strain does this take? One strain? Which do I have? I'm going to strain twice to come over here. And then I'm going to strain one more time for Havoc Shot on my attack against this stunned Stormtrooper. So if someone...
So you started blasting.
Yeah, so if someone would please roll a black die for me. That's fine. That's 2 damage. And that's it. But that's still 2 damage and a blast. Can't actually remember what blast does. I mean, I know that it affects it. I don't remember how much damage it does. Let me look it up real quick. Because I have the rules right here. Where is my rules? Alright, blast. Because I know cleave, it says like what it is, but this one... each figure and object adjacent to the target space suffers damage equal to the blast value. For instance, blast 1. Okay, so it does say... What does it say? It does say blast 1. Okay, so... This guy dies. Because he suffered 2 damage, and this guy takes 1 damage. Don't forget the explosion. It was a blast.
Where's Death Star explosion sound effect?
There's explosions down on the big one. There you go. Or we could have done like frag grenade too. I could have done it.
No, everything
not-
in the galaxy explodes like the Death Star.
It's not a frag grenade, it's a frog generator, Merg.
True. Can I attack this stormtrooper with my second action? Here. Yes, I can. And so I will attack the stormtrooper with my second action. Oof. That, unfortunately, does not do anything. Miss! It's essentially a miss. Alright. That's my action, and I think that's everybody.
Well, he rolled block, so he held up his hand like Darth Vader and caught the bolt.
Alright, new round! We're on round 4. Everybody re-up your tokens. I'll do it for people. Who wants to go first?
I shoot this man.
We gotta...
Oh.
Sorry. Ah, it's an instant one. It's a tier 3. Uh-oh. During this round, when an Imperial figure suffers damage equal to its health, it is not defeated, and instead it recovers 3 damage. Each figure can only use this effect once. So...
Alright, well, I'm gonna shoot this man, and then he's gonna pop back to life like an asshole.
Yes, he is.
And then you'll shoot him again.
Yeah.
So he... roll this. So what's he get? 3 damage, 1 surge, so 1 damage plus 1... I assume you want a surge for that.
Yeah, so 2 damage.
All this talk about surge is reminding me. You guys ever drink that soda?
Yes,
Yeah.
I used to all the time.
And then he gets back up, and then I shoot him again.
Alright. So he's at full health again, but you're gonna shoot him again.
For 3 damage plus 1 surge, so 4 damage.
4 damage, minus 1 block. Yeah, he's dead. Perfect.
Got up, and then he got shot again.
Perfect.
So he did that video game equivalent of like, you shot a guy, but the game was still processing, so he stood back up and then just dropped down again.
Yep. Alright. We win! We win! Yay!
This tutorial mission was a lot more forgiving with 2 other people.
Also because Merg didn't cheat this time.
Yeah, I accidentally cheated last time.
You outed yourself. You're a dirty cheater.
So if this were a campaign, we would each probably get at least 1 XP. Sometimes you get more because we would have won. You can lose a campaign mission, but still progress through the campaign. You don't necessarily have to win. Something else might happen. It depends on the mission. The mission has win and loss, both win and loss, you know, events. Rill would have gotten 50 credits. It's actually not just Rill. Everybody on the team, the credits are shared. So everybody would have got 50 credits, and then between missions, we decide what to use that on. There are items that we can buy, and of course, between missions, you can spend your XP if you would like. So what do we think? Do we want to try the real thing?
Sure, it's a lot more.
Yeah.
This tutorial was a lot more forgiving than Gloomhaven.
Okay.
Okay.
Although I think, wait, was that entire first mission in Gloomhaven the tutorial?
Yeah, it was. There was
Basically.
no tutorial, but basically, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so everybody take. No, it doesn't matter. Is anybody playing the character that they currently have right now?
No.
No.
Nobody is.
Go ahead and just delete all your stuff except for your counters. Don't delete your activations either, because we'll keep those. Just friggin' up
Merg,
and
I
delete 'em.
historically am opposed to Jedi or Sith.
And then I'll delete our figures
What
too.
am I not deleting?
The activation token and your counters. You can delete everything else because everything else is character specific. I'm also basically going to delete everything up here. Whee!
Dice too.
Yeah, you can delete the dice for now. And I can do one of these. Whoop. Doesn't work.
Brought a
Oh.
gonk droid.
Tutorial done. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. Gone. See, that's the gonk sound that I remember and like from the movies. I don't know about this like gonk. Like, where did that come from? I don't remember that in any of the movies. I remember this. That's the gonk droid that I remember. I don't remember gonk.